views expressed in this podcast are for entertainment purposes only and do not reflect any affiliated organizations. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to No Safe Words. Episode 19, right? We're on
Episode 19.
Because I get it wrong all the time, so it's fine. Yeah, thanks for joining us today. We got a slew of topics to jump into. But before we do that, I wish I had music to play. My condolences, Muhammad, on a catastrophe that just took place. The Mets are now eliminated from the playoffs. You guys were sitting pretty.
It happens.
They blew like the whole last quarter of the season.
They're just taking a page out of the Jets playbook.
Listen, there's always next year.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got Juan Soto for 15 seasons, so you'll be all right.
There you go. It's a matter of time.
So, I guess we could just jump into it. I don't know if you guys have been seeing this, but this can touch in on our true crime portion of this podcast. Right now, there is or isn't a serial killer in Houston. So they just pulled a sixth body out on the bayou over there. Everyone was speculating serial killer. It was getting out, and then the mayor of Houston was like, "Pump your brakes. There's not enough evidence. It's not a serial killer. Everyone calm down." We only know two of the victims right now. There was a 13-year-old boy and a 20-year-old girl who was a student. I think I don't want
at the University of Houston, I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought. The University of Houston,
or Houston U, whatever it is.
Yeah. So my question is, like, they're saying, well, it's just the homeless population that is being found in these bayous, and that's all what it is. But I mean, there's a 14-year-old kid or 13-year-old kid and a 20-year-old girl who are being found dead. They don't look to be part of the homeless community. Maybe the others do, but a lot of times when you're looking in these serial killers' repertoire, they start with animals or like the population that goes unnoticed, whether that's prostitution or homeless. So we don't have information, or they're not releasing information on the cause of death to these individuals, but they are just pulling bodies out of the bayou.
Yeah, I mean they've had this is the 14th body they pulled out of the bayou this year.
I didn't know that. So I know that they found 6 within the last
in the short time, right?
About a week.
But there were 25 bodies found last year total throughout the year. So I don't know if this is like a normal event or if apparently the bayou is pretty dangerous over there. It's not like calm waters. There's rising tide, like the tides rise quickly in certain situations like storms and stuff like that. So I don't know, but this short amount of time though is pretty. I mean, since mid-September, 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah, but you said 14 all of this year, including
year.
the 6 that they just found.
That's total with the 6.
So we're looking at 39 over the last 2 years.
Yep.
39 bodies. Now, listen. People drown. You know, it happens. People get a little intoxicated, slip in the water.
Yeah.
Or they went swimming, and next thing you know, like you said, rising tides, things happen. But
not strong swimmers.
I don't know. Feels a little like there could be something.
I think it's weird that they've had some of these. I mean, this could go to the side of it not being a serial killer, but it could also go the other way, right? Is that they've got 6 bodies. They've only put out information about 2 of them.
Why?
Yeah, why?
I wonder.
Right? Are they
Maybe the
saying
details are correlating or something.
right, like the other four, because a lot of times what happens in these kind of cases is they're like, well, we don't want to put out, what we found that are similar amongst them, blah blah blah, because we don't want to alert the,
Yeah, they
the
don't want to alert them
person.
that they know. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to alert the person who's doing this to that they're onto them, right? Because then it makes it more difficult to catch them. They'll go underground. They'll start hiding things more, whatever. But on the flip side, maybe they are homeless, and it's hard to find the details because like there's not really a record on them. You know what I mean? So there could be that too. Because you pull I don't know how they found out about the 13-year-old kid, but like you pull a 20-year-old kid out of the water, like she got her purse on her, she's got some sort of ID on her. You can be like, okay, this is who it is. But like the homeless population, they don't care about having IDs. That like they don't have IDs. They don't know. Like you now you just have a body, right?
Yeah.
And some like clothes. So I don't know.
Yeah. And it just raises questions, right? Because then the next question I have is because they're trying to say it's just the homeless population. My concern, if I was a citizen in Houston area where this is taking place, would be, are they trying not to list this as a murder? Because then there's more murders that they have to solve for. And
Yeah,
if
the
they just
numbers.
believe it's a homeless person that drank too much and then went into the water and fell asleep, well, then we can just sweep this under the rug. And
Could be an election year.
yeah, or yeah, that
Lower
that,
crime number, lower crime numbers, less unsolved crimes.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Who knows?
But then also, I mean, I think that raises questions to the previous years, right? Like, how many are like if it is, let's say it is a serial killer, like, well, what about these other 25 that you guys just brushed under the rug last year?
Those were
You know
COVID
what
deaths.
I mean? Like, COVID deaths in the
yeah.
bayou.
Yeah,
They couldn't breathe and
deaths.
fell in.
COVID deaths.
Yeah.
Cause, bro, it's crazy. Crazy
Yeah,
what
right.
happens. Yeah.
Dude, I wonder what kind of crazy stuff we're gonna like uncover that happened during COVID.
Dude, you don't want to know.
There's going to be a
I
documentary
mean,
about this in 10, 15
No,
years.
I'm talking about like if like serial killers were created during COVID. You know what I mean? Like you know where everybody is and everybody's like hiding in their house, so like it's easy to get around the streets. You have a mask, it's easy to cover your face in these kinds of situations. You know what I mean? Like
I mean,
people go crazy, people are going crazy.
I mean, people are still using face masks.
I know. I see them at work
Especially
still using face masks. I'm like,
Especially
what are
a
you
certain
doing?
population.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay. This is where we're going.
No,
We're here now.
we're not. This is just a side note. Just a side note.
Yeah. We'll be tracking this. I'm interested to see what more details we should be able to find. It's very new and information is very limited. So all it is speculation at this point. It raises questions to me just because we know how these situations occur where somebody is starting this approach. Typically it starts with either animals and or populations that go unnoticed.
Right.
I also listened to a 48 Hours episode. This is a complete side note. I didn't put this on the list. The Case of Daniel Marsh or something like that. It was extremely disturbing. It was a 6-part series on
Goodness.
Apple Podcast. They're like 30 minutes to an hour long.
What is it?
but,
48 hours is called?
Yeah, I think it's 48 hours, but like it's the case of Daniel Marsh.
Okay.
So you watched 6
And-
hours worth of 48
I
hours.
think I know that name.
No, I listened to a podcast.
Oh.
Who is Daniel Marsh?
You listened to 6 hours worth of 48 hours.
Yes, 6 hours worth of 48 hours. Only in 6 hours.
In six, that's incredible.
Yeah, you know.
You have a time machine.
Efficiency, bro. We roll off efficiency here. There was a man and woman who were found brutally murdered
Colts lost.
in their bed. They were stabbed 128 times.
Holy moly.
I don't know
Crime
if
of
either
passion?
No. That's what the thing is. That's what the cops were trying to find out, and they were really investigating the family.
Yeah.
And one of the family members, I believe, is schizophrenic.
Ooh.
So like
Ooh, that's scary.
they immediately like honed in on them, and pretty much for a year, like they were investigated in depth. And then there was a tip through the tip line that led them to the actual killer, which happened to be a 15-year-old kid.
What?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And during that interview with the cop and Daniel Marsh, it was tough to listen to.
Who was the target? Like, who was the target to this kid? It was some dude or was some woman?
You get a murder. You get a murder.
It
You
was
get
a
a
husband
murder.
and wife, and
Oh wow, he did them both.
he lived up the street.
Wow.
Got into the house. Was very meticulous and would have got away with it. The only reason why he was found is he told another classmate, and then
dumb.
he didn't know
That's
if it
wild.
was true or not, just because the kid was very just
Weird.
yes. And then the reason why he eventually then went to the tip line is he stopped hanging out with him, and sort of like Daniel Marsh sort of made a threat towards him, and then also like Daniel Marsh's girlfriend at the time, like Daniel Marsh broke into her house.
It's like, I'll put 150 wounds in you.
And as that was going on, he said, I can't hold on anymore.
That's wild.
And, all the cops. So
Bro,
that's usually
wild.
That's like they say people that commit crimes, they usually end up getting caught because they can't keep it to themselves. And like the secret of having done something is like eats them alive, and they end up telling somebody, and then that ends up being the, what does it say? Loose lips sink ships.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever known somebody who's schizophrenic?
No, I don't think so.
I mean,
about you,
aren't
man?
you?
Well,
I am other people.
I'm a sociopath. I'm not schizophrenic.
No, as far as, I mean, the thing is, like, how would you know? Like,
I'm not a
someone could
sociopath,
just
I'm a
be,
psychopath.
no, not like that. I'm talking about, like,
There's
how
a
would you
better
know
one.
if someone was a schizophrenic? Like, how would you know that they're schizophrenic?
So I only knew because
If they're, like, on meds and shit.
Well, I mean, so at my old job, I'm not gonna say who it is because HIPAA laws, whatever. But like at my
You're not
old
a doctor.
job,
You're
there
not
was
a
a
healthcare
guy.
provider.
What's that?
You're not bound by HIPAA laws. You're not a doctor or a healthcare provider.
Yeah, but I was an employer.
You're
He
what?
was in a position of
I
power.
was in a position of power over this employee.
Oh, as an employee. Okay. I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
realize.
Yeah. So there was this guy, and he was schizophrenic, and like he didn't show up for work for like a week, and nobody could like get in touch with him. We called him. We called his sister, and I was like, this dude just disappeared. And like I kept asking questions like, why are we okay? Did we terminate him? Like what? Like what are we doing? Right? Like he's a no call no show for like a week. What are we doing? And then it came to light that he was schizophrenic.
Mhm.
And that he gets these episodes. So he like, I guess one day he just like
Snaps?
he was at home and like, so what ends up happening with these people who are on these meds suppress like their personalities, they suppress their emotions and all these things. And so there was a documentary about this woman who's very similar. Like the Grand Lorraine Hotel, whatever, blah blah. It was some like Canadian woman went to like southern Florida, like LA, and like she stopped taking her meds. They found her in the water tank up. Hey, I'm ruining the end right now, but they found her in a water tank up
That
Stop
was
it. There was very
at the
curious
top,
circumstances.
all the way on the top of the
at the top of the hotel.
I remember that. I actually remember that.
Yeah. So what ends up happening is that these people take the meds and they feel good. Like they don't feel good in a sense that like they feel like good as a person, but they feel like, well, I'm better, right? I took this medication. I'm better now, right? I'm better. So they take they stop taking their meds, and after a couple days, they feel good because the meds don't make them feel good. Like they have no emotion at all when they take the meds, right? Because it suppresses their emotions, right? So like, oh, I'm better and I'm feeling good now, and then they go into these episodes. So I guess something like that happened where I don't know if he just decided not to take his meds or you know, like he ran out and the doctor wouldn't fill it or something, or couldn't get in touch with the doctor. I don't know what it was, but apparently he just like got in his truck and without his wallet, without his phone, and just started driving and driving and driving.
He needed to clear his head.
And driving, and he kept driving, and I guess they like found him on the cops found him on the side of the road, like out of gas.
Oh,
well, because he didn't have a wallet, so he couldn't like pay for gas.
Yeah. And you have his phone.
They didn't know who he was. He didn't know who he was. He didn't have his phone either, right? So they were like trying to figure out like, who is this guy? And they had him detained for like a couple days. And then they like, I mean, I guess they brought him to a hospital because they were like, clearly there's something not right. Yeah. And so they brought him to a hospital and they had him like an inpatient for a few days. And they were like, yeah, we know who you are because we have your records. And eventually came back.
It's kind of weird that they wouldn't know who they was because if they have his car, they have his license plate.
License plate, yeah.
License plate is registered. So.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what happened. But they he was clearly like, I don't know, I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Out of it, yeah.
Yeah. He was going through an episode. So like, they put him into the hospital. They put him into inpatient. They found him a few days later. Like the family found him a few days later. Because it's like, well, what hospital did he go to? I don't know. Like, who picked him up? Did he get picked up? Like, we don't know, right? Like, they don't know anything. So, but like, it's just crazy, dude. Because I can't imagine like not. I feel bad for those people because it's like I don't know how to feel like that, right? Well, like I've never experienced that. I don't know how you feel when you go through that kind of experience. So I can't empathize, but I can sympathize, right? Like
that right there is Charlie Kirk's point.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean we're talking about people with mental illness.
Checkmate.
But that's like that is what
that was the sentiment behind it.
What he was saying. But this is completely off topic. But yes, but like
we can stick on topic. It just
the big issue with what's being said about Charlie Kirk is the same thing that they do with anyone that they don't agree with, is they only cut a certain point of what the sentence was or what they were talking about. So that way you don't have the full context or the full sentence of whatever it is that they're saying. So I can make someone look really, really bad if someone is going on a 5-minute monologue and I take 30 seconds of that monologue that didn't sound good. And that's the big issue.
While we're on Charlie Kirk.
Yeah. While we're on Charlie Kirk, good segue. Jimmy Kimmel. He's back. He's back. Everything's fine. He's back.
He's back for the most part.
Yeah, I mean,
there's some holdout broadcasters.
Well, so was it Nexstar and
some other one?
Yeah, there's two. There's two big conglomerates. So the way it works is
Celatron or something.
ABC is owned by Disney, right? But there are a portion of ABC channels that are independent and owned by these other companies, other entities. So while the overall ABC may be owned by Disney, these independent, let's just call them franchises, they have a way where they're basically saying Jimmy Kimmel is not coming back on the air. We're just going to air local news during that time. So Jimmy Kimmel, for the most part, is back, but I have a problem. Heading into this election, Trump and even during the last election and the election before that, Trump has made it clear that he feels that the news outlets and the media don't portray and give false information, and they stunt speech and the freedom of speech, where we might not necessarily, or I don't know if you guys agree or disagree with what Jimmy said or found it distasteful. He has a platform and he has the ability to say what he wants, per se, on that platform. And where I feel that there's a problem is when you start trying to stop somebody from being able to speak, you're then going against free speech. So where I do agree that Disney and ABC have the right to cancel anybody on their network for going against the grain or saying things that they don't want to say or be said, I don't agree that there should be pushback from our president saying that he should be canceled. And that's my belief.
How do you feel about PBS and NPR getting like shuttered?
What do you mean by that?
Well, didn't Trump like shut down NPR?
Why?
Shut down funding to NPR? Because it was very left-leaning things that they'd put out on NPR.
Well, I don't believe that any.
I don't know if it was PBS or NPR.
I don't believe in this. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. From what I'm seeing, is the PBS shutdown in 2026 is as it relates to public television funding cuts.
Right. Right. So they cut the funding to PBS because that it's been like very left-leaning.
Well, so
which I'll say there's a difference between this and ABC in the sense that PBS is 100% public funding, right? Whereas ABC is not 100% public funding, but they do get a lot of public funding for their broadcasting.
Sorry. It relates to federal and New Jersey state government funding.
ABC or PBS?
PBS.
What's NPR?
Let's see.
While you're looking,
NPR is a more broad.
NPR is National Public Radio.
Yeah.
Where I have a stance on this. I don't believe that any parties should be able to donate money to any of these news outlets. I don't believe any of these news outlets should be able to take money from any government agency and or government backing. Because when you get that, then you can't deliver the news the way you want to deliver the news. So, for instance, I'll just use this as an example. This whole situation with Charlie Kirk, right? Like, if Disney is being given money by the left or the right, they have a
obligation.
Not obligation. It's the word. It's not obligation, but it's in their best interests, right? Like, we're giving you X amount of dollars.
They have a vested interest, like whoever's supporting them at, like, they
100%.
want them to push whatever it is that they're pushing, and it's kind of like unspoken, like, hey, we're giving you money, you need to stay in line and put out what is it, what goes in alignment with what we want.
Yes. And I don't believe that the government should have the ability to mute anybody that has. Now, again, the reason why I have a problem here is because President Trump specifically said that Kimmel should be taken off of air, right? and then next thing you know, he was taken off of air, right? So if I'm looking at it, like, let's just say Disney was planning on doing that already, right? We don't know. But the fact that the president said it and then it happened, then it leads somebody to believe that they're
He has all that
bowing
power.
down and kissing the ring. And whatever we're going to do here is going to be in line with what the president wants to see. And I don't believe that the president, whether it's Trump, whether it was Biden, whether it was Obama, whoever is in office, should have that ability. And I don't believe that any news outlets, if you're taking money from a party, that your vested interest is to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. You're not telling that. You're telling what people that are funding you want you to say or deliver a message. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, you listen to some of these outlets, and some of these outlets will criticize their party, but they won't do it to the extent that they should or would. If, like, we'll say Fox News, right? They're not going to hammer down on Trump because Republicans back Fox News and, Democrats back CNN. So we're looking at those two from those different angles. But
It's actually a big misconception.
what do
They're
you mean?
funded by the same, like Fox News and whatever else are like funded and owned by the same parent companies. And the idea is it's like controlled opposition. You own both sides of the coin. So you own Fox News, you own CNN, you just pit them
Yeah.
against each other. One side, vies for the attention of the people on the one side, and the other one vies for the attention of the people on the other side. And it's just a matter
Right.
of the programming they put on there. Because like even on like, Fox News or whatever other channel, when they have the same stories across like Fox 5 New York, Fox whatever Michigan, they all have the same stories, and those same stories also line up with the stories from the other the other channels as well. It's all almost like it's like almost smoke and mirrors, but I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, that's true. Does that kind of stuff give you a headache? Because you can't
Yeah.
take Tylenol. Don't take Tylenol.
Don't take Tylenol. Listen,
Your-
I don't
your
take
kids will
Tylenol
get-
anyway.
Your kids will get autism. I'm
Listen,
sorry. I
who knows?
was wrong. ABC doesn't get any money from the government, but they get they have to deal with the FCC, and they need the FCC to rule in their favor in certain cases, and this could ruin their expansion. Blah blah blah.
And
So on and so forth.
to your point, Tony, a lot of it has to do with the Smith-Mundt Act, the Smith-Mundt Modernization Act of 2012, and that was something that Obama signed into. That Obama signed into law, basically allowing news channels and stuff to be able to have foreign vested interest in their programming and to be able to propagandize the news to the populace. And that in itself is a part of the problem we have, because it's not a matter of it being free speech or not. That allows them to flat out lie and put whatever they want on the news, regardless of what it's about. So like that in itself needs to be, I think there was some talk about there being changes made to it. I don't know if it's actually happening or not. I thought I heard somewhere that it was going to be redone, modernized, or not modernized, but changed, but repealed. Now I'm not sure. Either way, that's a big piece of the issue with the news right now, because it's not a matter of like free speech or not. And to your point too, if you have companies or you have political sides funding one thing or the other, that just goes, it's basically like lobbying. It's just they're lobbying for what goes on the news. So it falls under the same coin as like, we need to get rid of lobbying in the government. We need to get rid of external interest in what goes on in the news. Like this is common sense.
Common sense is not so common, but
Yeah,
and that's the
apparently.
problem. Like, and I find it like where I start to argue points, and like I don't necessarily fall in line with everything that Trump does, but then I'll get into a conversation with somebody, and someone will bring up something, and it'd be one of those kind of situations where it's like a snippet of what he said, but not the whole sentence or whole context, and then I start to have to like defend Trump or like talk about the actual point. And then it's like, why do you feel like you want to defend a millionaire, right, or a billionaire? And I'm like, I don't want to defend him. I want truths. So if we're gonna have a conversation about something, we should be having a conversation on truths, not feelings, right? Not the way he made you feel about something, like what actually is happening, right? And then I can see the same thing with the people right now that are like, oh well, you got to take Tylenol. We gotta invest in Tylenol. We got to make sure all of this. So I can make the same argument,
Oh my
right?
god,
Like,
the videos of like pregnant women like chugging Tylenol.
Did you hear about that lady that ended up on life support with her unborn baby because overdosing on Tylenol, trying to be
Oh
cool
my
as part of that trend?
God. That's so dumb.
but yeah,
People are so stupid.
then I can say that they're defending the pharmaceutical conglomerates, which they're not poor.
They're not, though.
Right?
They're just doing it out of defiance, trying to be like, well, they can't tell us what to do. It's our body. You're like, all right, go ahead. It's literally the whole premise of all that shit is there's like anything they look at it like, to your point, anything a certain person or anyone from the other side of the aisle says, those people are going to do it in defiance, which is just the funniest shit because that right there is just like natural selection. Like, all right, go ahead. You're going to take more of a drug for the sake of taking a drug because someone else told you not to do it? All right, then you're going to die or your kids are going
See
to
how
die.
safe it is?
Huh?
See how
They're
safe
like,
it
see
is?
how safe it is?
Yeah, have fun.
Look what
Good
I
luck,
can do.
you know? Because ultimately, that's great.
I
They're
don't
doing
know.
us all.
I don't know about that.
They're doing us all a favor, right? They're doing everybody else a favor. If they're that easily influenced to do something like that, we don't want them around. We don't want your kids to be around.
Right.
If you're that easily influenced that you're going to change, you're going to risk the life of your unborn child because you want to do something in defiance for the sake of doing it in defiance. What kind of image or what kind of lessons are you going to teach your kids? How are you going to bring them? Like, what are you going to be showing them as a role model or example for behavior? Like, that's just the dumbest shit.
And the funny thing about it is, like, and I guess it's not funny, but like there have been
Everything's a little
times
funny.
over and over and over again that these people are being lied to. And it happens on the Republican side too, and it happens in all of government, right? But like essentially, I think we're all in agreements that I don't really care if Jimmy's on air or not on air. Me personally, I
don't watch him. I don't care.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
I don't know. I don't really think he's a funny guy. So, but
it's just distasteful.
But I mean, there's some credence to the whole, like, you know, his ratings, right? So it's like his ratings have dropped like 70% in the last year. Just from like, not just from this event, but from other like comments he's made and other programming that he's had on his show. And there's a lot of talk about how like, his ratings are worse than Colbert's ratings, and the Colbert show kind of loses money and stuff like that. So I don't know. You know, I think there's a little credence to, you know, well, his ratings suck and that's why we're pulling him. And it could have been like, well, this is like the last straw. Like, well, we were talking about maybe canceling the show anyway, you know, because he's been sucking and maybe we can get somebody better in there. And now he says some shit like this. And I mean, but also I think the kind of stuff he says does stoke up like political violence in a sense that, what, you were going to say that?
No, what I was going to say is I think part of the reason maybe he says some of that off, like out of pocket stuff is to try to get that viral nature around his shit to get more viewers.
Maybe.
Like you said, to stoke or stoking
working.
violence. Huh?
It hasn't been working.
No.
It has not been
But it's just like
working.
they say, like all publicity is good publicity. So like if you say something stupid like that and you get people's attention, then you get people watching in, you know, maybe that leads to talking about it and like, oh yeah, maybe we'll watch this show. I'm like, I'm not going to watch it.
Well, he did get 1 million viewers, 1 million extra viewers in his return than he had the week
It was his
before.
highest. It was his highest like of the year or whatever it was. And I don't know who knows how long. It was like 6.96 million or something like that viewers after they put him back on.
Yeah.
We'll
yeah,
see
but
how
that'll
long
drop
they stick
back
around
off.
for.
Yeah, that'll drop back off. Cause,
Yeah, one episode.
I mean, it's not a particularly good show. So, but I mean,
And I think-
look, like you're a show that isn't about politics, right? Like the Colbert Report is a political show.
Right.
Like Jimmy Kimmel Live, like he has like actors on there, he has like musicians on there, he has like, you know, like it's like, you know, the Hollywood comes onto his show, right?
It's supposed to be a variety show.
It's in LA, so there's that too. But like, so like, why even do that?
Well,
I mean,
I don't.
isn't like Jon Stewart or Stephen Colbert, right?
Well, like all of them have like their beginning montage where they get in and they talk about what happened during the week. So this was something big that happened during the week, and I get it. Talk about it, but
I guess it was
have
really
some
hard for him
decency.
to find comedy in the
well, his comedy
other than the reaction.
Yeah, his comedy was how Trump responded to the death of his so-called friend and how he kept trying to mention a ballroom instead of like recognizing the life of Charlie Kirk. And listen,
It's a pretty nice ballroom, though.
it's going to be amazing. I heard it's going to be huge ballroom.
Huge. It's gonna be huge.
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 It's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be huge.
But listen, like I don't care what he talks about during the show. That's the thing. Like you can talk about whatever you want to talk about, but there is like us, right? I know we're just starting.
Yeah.
But okay.
I mean, I guess, but who's to say that somebody doesn't decide, oh, now I need to get rid of Jimmy Kimmel? You know what I mean? Like some kid hears the story and they're like, oh yeah, you know, it's just like, I don't know. It keeps the fucking shit going, right? Like
Opens more a can of worms further.
I've talked about this before in the sense that like there's always like us versus them mentality when we're all in this shit together. You know what I mean? Like this country is where it is and it's all of our faults. And the only way we're going to get past this is to work together and like find common ground. But when you continue to stoke this us versus them and like, you know, rebellion against Trump and the people who support Trump, like it's stupid. It's stupid and more people are going to die.
Well, the big
more people
issue,
are going to die.
The big issue with when this happened, right? Like immediately, I believe it was the same day, as soon as the Democrats found out that this kid grew up in a normal home with a family, a mother and a father there. The father very much MAGA, Republican, and law enforcement, and blah, 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 blah. They immediately started attacking the point where it's not a lefty that did this, it's one of your own people. That's what was the initial push.
Yeah.
And
I think it's all bullshit, and I don't think he actually is the one that did it. I'm just gonna come out and say that.
Well, so we were just talking about earlier today. We were talking about these like Discord messages and stuff.
yeah.
And those are bullshit too.
Yeah. Well, dude, what person commits something like that and then goes
It's
on to
me!
Discord to start talking about like the ammunition you used? Oh, hey guys, it was me yesterday. Thanks for all the laughs and good times. Like, sorry about all of this. Like what? Who does that? Who does that? I mean, really, who does that? But I'll say those pictures, they all look the same.
You know who does that?
They don't look.
The government does it.
Whoever wants the story to be buttoned up and would put a little nice bow on
nice
top
little
and sealed,
bow
and
on
here you
top,
go.
yeah.
You have everything you need. You have the motive, or maybe you have
They
the
said it was
ammunition.
included in the indictments.
Yeah, like
All that evidence, yeah. And they said, I did read something that said there are experts who believe that these comments were altered.
it's not hard. Like I don't think it's hard to actually look at the metadata from those messages in the Discord servers. If they just get a subpoena for the data, the logs of the data, they can determine what machine what IP address connected to that, where the data came from, what ISP the data was coming from, if there were any proxies involved, if it was there's more than enough data just around Discord in itself to be able to prove or disprove where they came from and if they were authentic or not.
Yeah, but they're not going to look. They're not going to look.
Well,
why would they look? Why would they look there?
Well, they did look.
I mean, no. They looked at the messages that were probably on his phone.
Dude,
but they're not gonna. They don't want to see that other data because then it hurts the case, right? Like the people who are looking are the ones that are in on it.
You might have to cut that little bit right there.
I know that you. I know that.
No, because
Oh, good.
I had a. It popped up on the screen for a second.
I know that you read the Discord channels. Are you trying to
timestamp?
Are you trying to take over a plane?
No, I'm not going to even show what I have for that.
That's not cool. Oh, wait a second. I
have a slipper.
Chanclanta.
What are we talking about here?
I know you read the Discord. Did you read the text messages between him and his lover?
No, I didn't see that.
Drop what you're doing. Look under my keyboard.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
What? You are joking, right? I am still okay, my love, but I'm stuck in Orem for a little while longer. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I hope to keep this secret till I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you. You weren't the one who did it, right? I am. I'm sorry. I thought they caught the person. No, they grabbed some crazy old dude, then interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from my drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering. Why? Why did I do it? Yeah. I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I'm able to grab my rifle unseen, I have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully, they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it. How long have you been planning this? A bit over a week, I believe. I can get close to it, but there is a squad car parked right by it. I think they already swept that spot, but I don't want to chance it. I'm wishing I had circled back and grabbed it as soon as I got out of my vehicle. I'm worried what my old man...
As soon as I got out of my vehicle, what the...
I'm worried what my old man would do if I didn't bring back Grandpa's rifle. If it had a serial number, but it wouldn't trace to me. I worry about Prince. I had to leave it in the bush where I changed outfits. Didn't have the ability or time to bring it with. I might have to abandon it and hope they don't find Prince. How will I explain losing it to my old man? Only thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel. Why are we going through this detail? Remember how I was engraving bullets? The messages are mostly a big meme. If I see notices bulge UWU on Fox News, I might have a stroke. All right, I'm going to have to leave it. That really effing sucks. Judging from today, I'd say Grandpa's gun does just fine. I don't know. I think that was a $2,000 scope. Delete this exchange.
Yeah, because then it's gone, right? If you delete it, it's gone.
Yeah. My dad wants photos of the rifle. He says Grandpa wants to know who has what. The feds released the photo of the rifle, and it's very unique. He's calling me right now, not answering. Since Trump got into office, my dad has been pretty diehard MAGA. I'm going to turn myself in willingly. One of my neighbors here is a deputy for the sheriff. You are all I worry about, love. I'm much more worried about you. Don't talk to the media, please. Don't take any interviews or make any comments. If any police ask you questions, ask for a lawyer and stay silent. What? We're supposed to believe that this is the person texting these messages?
Especially like after all this happened, like, I mean, I don't know.
I think the FBI was trying to bait his lover into giving more details or something, or saying something, or giving herself up that like her, them, they, whatever. I don't know what gender the person is. Sorry for misgendering. But that person, you know, I think they were trying to bait that person into like,
it's they, them. It's not that hard to understand.
Maybe that person doesn't identify as a person.
Oh, maybe they identify as clown and clown self.
Or
you miss
oh yeah, you missed the furry part.
You miss
they're
species them.
Oh, I miss species them. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that individual. I don't know. I mean, what?
That being.
I can't call they, them, furry, self. I can't call them a thing, okay? Because that's just not okay.
That's worse, yeah. Also, that UWU is a ooh-woo. It's like ooh-woo is what that's supposed to be. That's like some anime shit.
Meow. Oh my
yeah,
God.
just like that. That's exactly what that is.
Meow.
It's also like, it's supposed to imitate like anime smile, like a cartoon-esque smile, with like the U is the closed eyes and the W is the mouth.
Okay.
Sure. Whatever you say.
Just giving you some context.
Learning on the fly here.
All right.
Yeah.
No, I mean, he knows all about anime.
6'7"?
He watches anime all the time.
I do watch anime all the time, but I don't partake in a lot of the anime communities where this may be.
Oh, okay.
I will say that I finally learned when you kept saying 6'7" what that means.
6'7".
So stupid.
I don't know what that means.
We're too old.
Yeah.
He only knows because Lily.
He's
He only knows because Lily.
6'7".
What does it mean?
No one knows what
Like,
it means.
it's like so like.
Yeah.
You feeling kind of good?
It's like John.
How you feeling? 6'7"?
It's
That's
like John.
how they respond?
It's like John.
It's like John?
It could be used for multiple.
Yo, that's 6'7" over there?
But you can't. No, like now you're.
Yo,
now you're,
John is very versatile.
Yeah.
This John right here,
6'7".
that John right there. Yo, I'm gonna go to the John. Like,
Yeah. 6'7".
yo, check out this John, bro. Yo, I'm about to eat this John right now. Like,
6'7".
Yo, can I get one of them
used
Johns?
Have you ever used the word type shit? Type shit.
Nope.
Type
Yeah.
shit.
Nope.
I don't use that. It's not my
Anyway,
vocabulary.
Same shit.
I think the FBI was trying to bait the lover into giving themselves up. That's what I think. The FBI immediately got on there and was like, "Oh, I'm just going to give them all of these details so that I can create some what's it called? Credibility, right? With a potential suspect." Right? Oh yeah, grandpa's rifle, blah blah blah, right? Like, oh, it's so unique, and I'm pretty sure it has a serial number on it, and blah blah blah. And they were like, "Yeah, let's get this, let's get him," and didn't get him. Did
not get him.
Well, yeah. I feel like we're going to be seeing, unfortunately, a lot more of these things pop up. Doesn't seem like these kind of things are going to end. Listen, it's not just a left problem, it's a right problem too. There's crazy people on both sides. But the problem is when you're creating this divide and where we're not unified as as a country, you push this division and you push a narrative, and these people who are unwell are going to do unwell things. And that's my take. And that's why I say if funding gets stopped to a lot of these news outlets, then they just have to report the news like the news should be reported. And hopefully we can see a lot of these things die down. But until then, I think we're in for a bumpy ride over the next 3 to 10 years.
Why 10?
I don't know. I think we have
good round number.
Another...
I think we have to go through something tragic, unfortunately, bigger than just, Charlie Kirk dying or some people getting shot in an ice camp, and we'll talk about that in a second.
I mean, didn't Trump say we're never gonna have to vote again anyway? So it's not gonna be a matter of voting again.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
Right.
what?
No Kings?
No King's Day, whatever. I don't know, some shit like that. But here's a follow-up point that I'm surprised you didn't bring up, or neither of you thought of, or maybe you did think of it, but you haven't mentioned. What's the deal with all the commanders being called back?
Wait, what?
You didn't hear about the 800 commanders, top in the military, calling them back to Pete Hegseth, the defense secretary.
Nope.
I think that's his name.
Yeah, Pete Hegseth is the name, but
Calling back all the overseas hundreds of generals. Basically, calling back a lot of generals is never a good sign, and that was recently done 2 days ago. So, leading to your point or leading from your point, that sounds like some shit's about to hit the fan, or there's some shit that could potentially be going on that we're not really sure of what it is. And it's also very telling, that's a huge signal to everybody if you're going to be calling back, a crazy number of generals to Quantico. Why would you be doing that? And then also, why would that be published or publicized in a way that's going to basically show our hand and show people okay, all of our top generals are being called back and are, meeting somewhere in a centralized location to go over something.
Well, I mean, there could be a bunch of different parts to that, right? We could speculate. We speculated on a couple different things this year alone, where over the last 4 years, our borders have been open, and I've been worried about militants or military-age men sneaking through our southern border, right? So whether they have some information on, what just happened in New York? They found that whole
cell phone.
The whole rig setup that can cripple the telecommunications throughout New York, and we were having a whole bunch of visitors from other countries here, right?
The UN General Assembly.
So obviously it's looking like there could be some internal issues where we're looking at maybe some terrorism that's going to take place here in the United States, or we've been talking about how we've been going into South America and just calling cartel members and or cartel gang affiliates terrorist organizations, and could that be crippling our relationships with the southern borders, right? So there are those two things, and or we could have some intelligence that there's going to be a catastrophe overseas, and we're going to have to be aligned with it. Now, I had no idea that took place. I've sort of been battling some things on my end, where I haven't been. The last thing I want to look at is the news and see that information. That's just going to be the cherry on top of my day coming home.
Sorry.
No. It's good that I know about it, but this week has just been a rough week, and I've been putting my head down and working and grinding. So when I get home and I'm done work, um, I've been doing a lot of like making dinner and then just either watching some sports or watching some shows, which we can get into in a little bit. But yeah, that is an interesting. And you said that happened 2 days ago?
Yeah, it's been going on, but this is an article that just from ABC News and is actually just from today. But basically, it outlines that there were 838 total general officers and admirals on active duty. 446 of them were from the higher 2-star, 3-star, and 4-star ranks, according to the Pentagon's latest statistics. So, I don't know. It's just something to keep in mind in the back of your head, with things that might pop up, or
I'll see if I can get
just
some. I'll see if I can get some intel.
I really hope that nothing stupid happens while they're there, because that'd be a big loss. But it's Trump said that it's just talking about what we're doing, talking about what they're doing, telling them they're doing a good job, and that's it. No big deal.
Yeah. All right.
Nothing to see here.
No big deal. You ever hear of Esprit de Corps?
What about the other piece now then too is the whole Oracle TikTok buyout? Am I jumping segments? Should I like pause
No,
and we're
I
gonna
mean,
continue with
listen, we're
what we're
good. We're good. We're
good.
ahead of schedule. We're good. TikTok buyout. Oracle. Fill me
Yeah.
in, Captain.
Oracle is buying out TikTok.
Yeah.
That's a big purchase.
That's pretty much it.
You knew that. I mean,
I know.
We
I
talked
knew
about
that.
it before.
They're not buying out
It's
TikTok
so-
just for America, right?
Yeah, it's not all of, they're not buying out all of it, but Oracle and a private equity firm, Silver Lake, are going to own about 80% of the new company. And then ByteDance is still going to retain 20%. And then there's some other investors like Abu Dhabi-based MGX, Rupert Murdoch, and Michael Dell.
Rupert Murdoch, the person that I would love to be involved in. These
Well,
kind of
I mean,
things.
talk about Oracle too. I don't know. Like, the whole appeal of TikTok at the time was the fact that TikTok was like completely free and open speech, and you could post whatever on there, and you got a representation of what people are actually talking about. Now, if it's now owned by someone internally in the U.S. and they go and start changing things, and there's already been talk about revoking people's passports, doing things to people who post or have sentiment that is not in alignment with the current administration, other things. It's just a slippery slope to be going down. And they're also saying that they will review like historical data, and they can review accounts and all that stuff and see if you post anything that's criticizing a certain group of people or country or conflict, and then that could end you up in hot water, which is kind of just in itself makes you think like 1984 George Orwell type shit.
Yes, I agree, but then I also had a very big problem with TikTok from a perspective of them pushing certain content. Because I understand that the algorithms are algorithms, right? And they're going to push whatever content that you feed into. The problem with that is they were also pushing. We touched on this before, right? During the whole issues with Israel and what they were going through, like for like October, before Netanyahu started just being a fucking savage, excuse my French. So if we look at that time frame, just that time frame alone, and we look at China is involved with China, Russia, India, Brazil, like the whole Brexit, right? They have an invested interest
Or I think that's not Brexit. I think that's BRICS.
BRICS. Sorry, yeah.
I was like,
Brexit is-
Brexit.
Yeah, BRICS.
Brexit
sorry.
is the European Union.
Yeah,
Is
it's
the
BRICS.
UK
It's
remove, yeah, coming out.
If we're looking at it from that perspective, right? They have an invested interest in Israel not being in a good light. So, if we're going to push narratives, and we're going to push narratives, and the United States has been one of the biggest allies of Israel, right? How can we get that relationship not to be where it needs to be?
So,
Right?
yeah, never mind.
Yes, I understand your point of view when it comes to certain things, but what we have to understand, we have to separate. And the problem is, I can have a conversation with you, and you can understand the difference between Jewish people and Netanyahu, right?
Yeah.
We can understand that difference, but the problem is when we're pushing narratives, it's not that. It's Jews, and not all Jews are the problem. But when you're pushing the narrative is Jews are the problem. And that's where the problem for me lied, where if we go to China, kids in China are only seeing educational videos, right? But when we're here, we're getting fed all of this stupid shit and a lot of misinformation and a lot of things that aren't true. And how can you people aren't myself, where we're going to hear something instead of just looking at it and taking it, this is what it is. It's on the internet. It's got to be real. And we're going to do some research and find out whether or not what the heck is going on before we just pass this off as truths, right?
So,
and that's where my problem lies.
Based on that sentiment, and based on that thought process right there, how is it any different than the current news situation? It's no different than it's no.
I'm not talking about the news. I'm talking about TikTok.
I know, but it's no different than what's going on right now with our news here, with the information. Huh?
I agree with you.
Yeah. So it's just bad all around. Like,
but when you have an adversary, and whether or not people want to admit this, we've already had conversations between the
100%.
We've been at war with China for a while.
It's ongoing. It's never going to end. I mean,
right. So if we're at war with China and we're allowing that to push all this information, there is a security risk, because it just makes sense, right? They're able to push the information or push the videos that they want and deem and feel that we should be looking at. But then also, what information are they gathering from us, right? And then how are they able to manipulate and do things for those particular reasons? So I'm not saying that I agree with the Oracle buyout and everything that's going to come in this direction. Like, this is a whatchamacallit, a scale, right? Where the scale was tipped over here and now it's tipping over here. We need to find here, and how are we going to do that? And I'm not saying Oracle's the right answer or the wrong answer. Based on what you were talking about, it doesn't look promising, right?
You just got to look at, what you have to look at is you have to look at who are the majority owners of these companies. What are they? Where is their alignment from? They're not true free speech proponents, right? They are very much so in the business of controlling or trying to control what people do or say. You know, there's as you said before, there's a triple beam balance, if you want to call it, right? It was swaying in one way, swaying the other. But then there's, the overcorrection in the opposite direction doesn't really help us out. And it's saying here that it's going to retain the same algorithm, but it's only going to, that Oracle is going to audit and retrain the algorithm using only U.S. user data, with ByteDance no longer having access or influence over it at that point.
That would lead to my point on China being able to push narratives. But that means that the United States is able to push narratives, or this company is able to push narratives, and we can't say whether that's a net good or net bad, because we don't know if they're just going to take all of the information that's happening in the United States and allow those algorithms to speak for themselves, or whether they're going to train the algorithms to only do certain things to what they like. And that's going to be a wait and see game. We're not sure what that's going to.
There's no way to know. There's no way to know unless the algorithm becomes published where you can actually, someone can actually audit it themselves. There's no way to know because that's intellectual property. That's trade secrets. It's not something that will get.
Correct.
No one's going to be able to
know we're not going to know what the algorithm is doing, but we're going to know the outcomes of the algorithm. And if we know the outcomes of the algorithm, then we can see if things are being per se shadow banned, right? Or the free speech isn't free, right? And that's going to be the wait and see game, because if we're looking at it from a perspective like, all right, China's pushing the algorithm and the narratives, and now the United States is pushing the algorithms or the narratives, we have to wait and see what that looks like, whether they're going to keep it like we're grabbing all of the information that's done here in the United States and we're going to allow the algorithm to feed everyone here in the United States what they're looking at and the information that's being transpired. Or are we going to set restrictions around this where certain things aren't going to be pushed, and that's where the problem is going to lie? And we're not going to know what the algorithm is going to look like, but we're going to know what the outcome is. And then we can measure the outcome to the algorithm. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but it just you don't know what you're not seeing.
I don't know. So wait, but what your point, Mo, is that now the government has more control over what is pushed beyond what they already had control over, which was Facebook, Instagram,
not so much the government,
YouTube,
these private entities,
private entities,
Robert Murdoch, Oracle, whatever,
Larry Ellison of Oracle, Rupert Murdoch.
I mean, okay, so your point is you don't want these bad actors to have control over that, although there were potentially bad actors already in control of it. And then
it's a matter of,
your point is that, well, these people have better intentions than those people. So isn't that positive?
No.
Or it's just a change?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think Robert Murdoch is trying to.
So Mo raises the concern. The concern is that these entities may block the free speech that we were looking for and hoping for, right? Being able to have an app that allows people to exchange ideas freely, right, left, up, down, black, blue, pink, white,
well, we have
yellow.
That. I mean, we have that outside of TikTok, even, right?
To an extent. I mean, we saw what happened during COVID. We saw what happened during these times where we thought free speech was there, and it's not. We have entities.
Yeah, but Elon owns X now, so.
Yeah, but even he's not immune to it. He has things blocked for the other reasons. Things critical of certain things get removed.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. We don't have, at first when we looked at Elon, we thought we were going to get something where it was just going to be, all right,
we could all just switch to True Social.
Yeah.
That's a free platinum.
I'll meet you there. Actually, I think Rumble's probably the closest thing we have to open, and
Rumble is basically Truth Social. I mean, they're all they're all conservatives on there.
Well, yeah, they're on there because the ability to talk about whatever it is without it being blocked out if you do it on YouTube or Instagram or whatever. Yep. I'm not really on Rumble, but it just seems to be a different source that you can go to for things that don't get posted anywhere else because they get blocked or banned or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So what I'm saying is that I don't know if it's a net good or a net bad. The only way we're going to be able to find out
by seeing the results.
is by seeing the results. And he was saying that the algorithm, we're not going to see it. And we're not going to see the algorithm. But it was a lot easier to silence people a while ago. Now there are too many people invested in free speech to allow this to be silenced. So what I mean by that is everyone has a miniature platform. You have luckily we have like Joe Rogan, who has a massive platform, right? And he tends to lean towards the ability to have open dialogue with whoever, right? So if he's talking to people and he's seeing, because he mentioned being shadow banned on Twitter before Elon got Twitter, and he also mentioned being shadow banned on something else. But if we're starting to see the outcomes where certain topics are being banned in these algorithms, then we're going to know that this isn't something that's going to be promoting free speech.
Right.
So,
it just the way I look at it, and I agree with you. I see what you mean, and I can see how that there's some credence to that. But it's like the bigger, we only know about that from if it happens to larger people with a voice, larger platforms that have a following that can get that news out there, or can at least spread that message saying, hey, I'm getting blocked out, or, my things are not getting out to people where, I thought they would be, and that kind of a situation. It just, my bigger concern on it all is to the point that we've been echoing over and over again, the whole dividing us issue, right? Like when we're leaving it to an unknown, I mean, even right now, obviously, to your point, like the algorithm's going to reinforce the type of things that you view. So if you view stupid cat videos, it's going to give you more stupid cat videos. And that's just how algorithms work by nature. It just, if there was some kind of a, completely unbiased, true free speech platform option, that would be, I guess probably the best alternative, because then it won't necessarily focus on pushing people to the far extremes and then like having a us versus them, as Scottie said, and maybe be able to like bridge the gap between something like that happening. I mean, obviously that's a very optimistic viewpoint, but things would probably be a lot better if everyone wasn't so us versus them.
Yep.
It is what it is at this moment.
Yeah.
And hopefully that changes.
So ICE shooting?
Yeah, we had another shooting. So
this
I don't know much about it.
Suspicious.
So Scottie has
this one is suspicious.
All right, take it away.
Yeah, I mean, so like this guy, I guess, left some notes and left some stuff.
Well, why don't you talk about like what happened?
So what happened? A guy bought a rifle, put a scope on it, like a month before this happened. Went on the rooftop across the street from a ICE place, ICE station,
detention center,
headquarters, whatever, and opened fire. And specifically, he targeted a van that was in the what do they call them? There's a word for these places where they exchange the prisoners, right?
Yeah.
They take them out of the transports, and shot three detained immigrants.
Oh wow!
Whether they were illegal or not, I don't know. But one of them died, and the other two, I think, just sustained injuries. But
was there also a guard too, right? A guard got
no shot. ICE personnel got injured
in
this attack, if you will.
That's suspicious.
So he shot at the van that was carrying the people. I guess maybe he was hoping to hit one of the officers, but instead he hit the passengers. Maybe he didn't know there were passengers in there. I don't know. But what the heck?
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
And then it was all like anti-ICE was on the bullet. I love this thing where people are like, "Oh, we'll engrave the bullet casings." Like, what the? So dumb.
That's where the suspicion comes in for me, because
who does that?
Tying up the bow.
Yeah. Oh my
tying up the
God,
bow.
Oh my
You're gonna
God,
find.
though. Yeah, this guy though is like on another level with the tie in the bow stuff. It's just I don't. Did you guys do any digging into the background on this guy? I even forgot. There was so much I forgot half of it.
No, I was trying to avoid the more negative stuff. Been on a little bit of a detox and a news
Come on.
detox. I just happened to see other things popping up.
You
that
got
are
to do
tech
your
related.
homework.
You mean the thing that was sent yesterday?
No, it wasn't sent yesterday. It was sent on Friday. It was sent on Friday. It was sent on Friday, and then it was edited with timelines with the exact order that we would be talking about it. And then I put it in both. It was sent on Friday.
You sound really mad right now.
Because
looks like it was sent yesterday at 2:47 p.m.
It was sent on Friday, and it was re-edited yesterday. Yes, 100% it was sent on Friday. I know this because I did it while we were at the movies.
Sorry. Correction. 10 o'clock p.m. Friday night, ice shooting. 10:36 UFC predictions. Then yesterday at 2:47 p.m.
the day before,
the full list of things.
Before that it was even talked about. The main topics were there. I just added some extra ones. So yes,
yeah, ice shooting was late Friday night.
Okay,
I've been tied up since then.
Okay,
no,
so
it's fine.
I'll do them on Thursday.
Do it today.
So
I'm just fucking with you.
Joshua John, 29 years old.
That's right, JJ.
Is it Jan or John? We're good.
Yeah, I think Jan is Jan. I don't know, man. I don't care what his name is really. But
JAHN
is 29. They recovered unused cartridges inscribed with anti-ice. Handwritten notes that said, "I want to cause terror. Yes, it was just me." And how ICE enforcement workers are collecting a dirty paycheck.
And also, now they'll know terror. Now they'll know true terror, right?
No true terror?
I think that's what he also said.
Now they'll know true terror.
Oh, now they will know true terror. Yes. Okay, great. But the crazy thing is, like, they said that he did all this like pre-planning, like he used ICE tracking apps to figure out like where the federal agents were and collected documents with like addresses to these facilities and like searched online about how to like, sniper tactics, all this other stuff, and that, that can all be fake. I don't know, like 8mm bolt action is not like a common caliber, I've heard, but like there also isn't very common calibers. That's not really a big deal, but bought it a month ago.
8mm.
And then but like nobody knew about his feelings towards ICE. Like there's no record of him being anti-ICE. There's no like messages. Like his family was like, this is weird. We didn't even know.
MK Ultra.
MK Ultra. That's
Manchurian Candidate.
Like, do you guys think, I want to get real conspiratorial right now. Do you guys think that there is a Christmas Adventurers Club for each party? Do you think they have, like, do you think there are certain members of our country, former, current, political people who think that, who have come together with other like-minded individuals and decided we know what's best for this country and we're going to do everything it takes to that end?
I think that the people that are put in the government that are involved in those organizations are placed in the government by the people who really make decisions.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
the shadow hand.
So you think there's one shadow hand, or do you think there's?
It's a term for it's an umbrella, like an umbrella of There's probably multiple.
I mean, I can see that the shadow hand would have people on both sides.
Yeah, controlled opposition.
I don't think that there is a like. And listen, like if we're talking about conspiracy, I'm not saying that this is truth.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is true.
We have to look at this from a perspective of like people in power right now are gaining money. Like we've talked about this. People follow Ned Pelosi's stocks, right? Yeah. And she has a hand in all of this, and so she's rewarded because she knows
had a hand in all of it.
She had a hand. She is able to know what's going to happen before it happens, right? Now, the people that are heading those companies, they have an invested power. And the people who run those companies, those people, I think, at the end of the day, are the ones that are able to control what they want to control. And, like, we know that it's not something that's unknown, right? Like, RFK brought this out, and we had a huge argument during, I don't know what barbecue that was, but I'm not saying I'm anti-vax, but there's evidence that if we wait 30 days from when a child is born, it drops the rate of potential for illness drastically.
Right.
Right? We know that. But why is it pushed? Well, it's being pushed so that way the hospitals can do it. So the hospitals can charge more money. So the hospitals can control this. And I'm not saying that the doctors in the hospital are wrong. I'm not saying the nurses in the hospital are wrong. Because they're told that this is okay to do. But there's funding that goes to that, which then kicks back up to the pharmaceutical companies. Now, the people that are heading these pharmaceutical companies, and listen, I'm not trying to incite a riot, right? Or incite any activity such as what's his name? Mangione, whatever. What was his name?
Maggione,
whatever his name is.
Yeah.
UHG. I'm not saying that offing one of the higher ups in these organizations are going to get you the results that you want.
Luigi Mangione.
Yeah, Luigi Mangione. And I'm not saying that that's the right thing to do. And that dude that got shot may have not even been able to make any sort of decisions. He was just the face behind or in front of it. Like there are people behind him that are really calling shots. So like our president has a certain level of power, but it's not him that's going to be the end all be all. There are people below him and people within our government that are really calling the shots. Right.
Yeah.
So yes, that's my long-winded answer. I believe if we're going to put a conspiracy hat on, and my conspiracy hats, I don't think there's multiple like shadow groups. I think that there's one. And that one has more arms than an octopus.
Mm-hmm.
My belief.
What do you think, Mo?
His name is Muhammad Rahim, and he approves his message.
Have you guys seen a House of Cards? House of Cards?
No.
Yes.
Where like I think it was like the fourth season. This is the one season to the last, where Underwood like has this guy go out and kill somebody, and then they're like they already have him, but then they're like go into the building where he's hiding in the building, but they already have him detained, right? And they're like, yeah, just dispose of him, and they like do that on purpose so that they can win the election and that kind of stuff. Like I don't know, man. I just like feeling that's like that kind of stuff happens.
So here's something to think about, right?
About to open up.
All of these if you look at historical events, and you look at like Hollywood, for example, and movies and shit, like it's usually just a matter of time between something that a movie is made about ends up actually being reality.
Simpsons.
I mean, listen, The Simpsons for sure. Like they've called a ton of shit, but even aside from them, like there's a lot of shit coming up about that Snake Eyes
It's
movie.
wild. That is
And
wild.
what happened with Charlie Kirk? I mean, the parallels are literally like what?
Yeah, it's wild.
It's like almost like ritualistic.
I don't know. I saw that
like,
video. It's whatever, man. I don't know.
Dude, the date. All right, September 10th. Snake, like I don't know. Charles Kirkland, Charlie Kirk, Charles Kirkland, killed, shot in the neck. I mean, there's a lot of things that it's a lot more than what could be considered a coincidence. But honestly,
maybe
I don't
that
know.
guy just watched that movie and was like, you know what?
Anything's possible.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It's concerning. I think that's why.
So is it a
it's almost like,
simulation then? Is that
I don't know
evidence
about.
for a simulation?
I don't think so. The bigger concern is it's like the shit happens in Hollywood or movies or TV or whatever, and it almost desensitizes or prepares you for that shit happening in real life. So when it does happen, it doesn't seem that crazy, or it doesn't necessarily get the same reaction it would have got if it hadn't happened or you hadn't already been exposed to it. It's almost like priming someone for something. For example, like setting an anchor when you go car shopping or whatever. The first price that gets said sets an anchor for what your expectations are going forward. So like if I start and say I'm offering a service to you and I say that price is $17,000, and you're like, oh my God, that's so crazy. And then I say, oh, you know what? But for you, we'll do $12,000 today. When in all reality, the price was actually $10,000 and I marked it up to $12,000 and just told you the starting price was $17,000. You're anchored to that $17,000.
Right.
And then now you're looking at $12,000 like it's a fucking bargain.
Right.
So it's just, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
What do you think?
Hurts my head.
I mean, I think that there's a hand behind it.
Yeah.
For sure. I don't know if there's a Christmas Adventurers Club.
That's so crazy though.
But like,
For those who don't know what we're
Hail
talking
Saint
about.
Nick.
Yeah, right. Hail Saint Nick be with you. It was
But like I definitely feel like there's something behind it. It's just so like the timing, these people that they find. I mean, people can be programmed and I think that like this is just not like people just think that's kooky stuff. No, people can be programmed.
Yeah.
Like, this is a fact. Like I told you guys about that show, like, and that's what really kind of like opened my mind when I watched that show and they were like, what? They're going to try and convince this guy to like assassinate this dude on TV, like using hypnotism. And they did it. And the guy had no idea he did it. And I was like, are you crazy? Like that's wild. I didn't know this was real.
From that conversation that we had and when Mo and I talked about MK Ultra, did you look into that?
No. I didn't
Okay.
look into it.
So that's
all right. Next week we got to go over, or maybe the following week.
But that
Okay.
was like a program, right? That was like a
A government-run
Yeah.
program,
Government-run
for mind
program.
control.
Many, like people are thinking that Helter Skelter was part of the MK Ultra, and that's
I don't even know
what?
who that is.
You don't know who Helter Skelter is?
No, I thought that was like a song.
Okay. Well,
Isn't that a song?
no.
Helter Skelter?
Well, maybe
It is a song,
Oh, okay.
but
Or like the lyrics of a song? I don't know. But I guess that references somebody or
Yeah.
something.
yeah.
I don't want to misgender that person.
Charles Manson. You never heard of him?
Yeah, I've heard of Charles Manson.
Yeah, he was Helter Skelter.
Oh, that's like his nickname?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Charles Manson, MK Ultra, wasn't that? Wait. That was the one with they tried to like weaponize LSD, right, or some crap like that,
But,
or they
yeah, but
tested
it was-
LSD on people and then they like made them crazy. And
It was a way that they were able to manipulate people.
all right,
Get
we're
them to do
gonna
things.
talk about that next week. But
Yeah, we have other topics to get to.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, like I don't know, man. Like I feel like I feel like it could be easy to kind of like control these people to do things that maybe they don't like. This dude's brother, right, who's a year older than him,
Had no idea.
right, was like, I had no idea he had any interest in politics in general. Like, what?
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
my question to you
like,
is like,
you're not sharing, like,
I
maybe they're not close brothers, but like, I don't know, dude. Like, you guys never talked about politics at all. Not even like Thanksgiving, Christmas, nothing. Like,
But-
I don't know. I mean, I guess ICE is a new thing, but you know, I don't know.
to play devil's advocate, like you don't necessarily know everything that your brothers.
I don't know everything about my brother, but I know his political leanings. I have conversations with him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if he felt passionate about something, I would know about it.
Well, we'll see. So,
Okay. One other thing real quick, and then I know we've been on this for a little bit. To the point earlier about like your whole thing with like-minded people, like think about it. That wasn't the whole Skull and Bones thing with the Bushes, and then there's the Freemasons, and then there's some other organizations that have people that are like-minded groups that can be embedded in government and different things. Like
Yeah, there absolutely is. I mean, there are like-minded organizations that work towards a goal out in the open and in secret, right?
yeah.
But I think, an organization that thinks that they are,
Above everything else.
they know better, right? And they have the resources and the connections to do things like this. You know what I mean?
Like the
Like
the
Christmas
Roman
Adventure.
Catholic Church, right? The Pope.
Well, I don't know if the Pope is going around trying to kill people or.
No, but what's that?
What do you?
The Vatican. The Vatican.
Yeah, the Vatican. What
It's
about
its
the
own
Vatican?
like entity, separate
It's its
from
own
everything else.
country.
Like, yeah, but it's. I mean, it's just if you look into it, there's some crazy shit about the Vatican.
Yeah.
Just like the
I mean,
Illuminati.
there's crazy stuff about the. There's crazy stuff about the church in general.
Yeah.
Like there's Deadly Diocese is a podcast. You guys should check it out.
Okay.
They talk about how one person was finding that there was a molester in and tried to get them taken care of, and then he basically was getting pushed to be higher into the church than he was. So he was trying to come and basically tell the truth about what was happening, and then all of a sudden, self-alived himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's part of the oath.
To self-alive.
If you get the message from the
unalive.
Pope, it's God's will. God's will.
Ah.
But
Like
so
in the what is it? Kingdom of Heaven. God's will.
so on this topic, we can jump into my question real quick. Do you think you guys could be a defense attorney? Like we'll use that Daniel Marsh kid. You get the case.
Nah, I'm not defending that kid. No, I'm good.
Do you? But like you're a defense attorney, so like where do you draw the line? I mean, you
You're
are
like a
supposed to-
public defender,
No, I mean like
or like for-profit defense attorney.
well,
Because then I get to choose who I defend.
Yeah, but you're defending criminals, right? Per se.
Yeah,
Like,
well-
they're innocent to proven guilty, so that
Allegedly.
right.
Yeah, but not when there's evidence like that.
So do you believe? So do you think that you can defend somebody that you feel had committed a real heinous act?
I mean, I think those people are pirates. Like, they go after the money and what they think they can win and what they think they can't win. Like, I'm not sure
Yeah.
that there are, I don't know. I probably couldn't do that.
At that point, I think you just sell your soul. It's like basically you just sell your soul to the devil for the money because
Yeah.
you know that what you're doing is sometimes morally just not right.
I mean, Karen
so if
Reed,
you-
right? Like,
But
I
everyone,
would defend her.
but everyone has a right to a fair trial, and everyone has a right to have a defense. So if you have a right to fair trial and a right to defense, somebody has to do it. And we know that there are innocent people that are found guilty and have been found guilty.
I'll take all those cases.
Yeah, I'll take all those cases.
Can I have a moral compass in this matter or no?
I mean, but
I bet you there. I mean, I think there are defense attorneys that do have a moral compass in these in cases, in just the cases that they decide to pick up and the cases that they decide not to. And then there's just those real scumbags who are like, "Fuck it, I'll take a murder case. Why not?"
As an attorney,
like, you're gonna pay me $40,000 whether you win or lose, so fuck it.
But as an attorney, you taking these cases, you're not supposed to know whether or not that person committed the crime.
Why not?
Because that's part of. Because then you could be.
No.
Yeah, 100%.
No, it is.
If you committed if you committed the murder, you're not your attorney's not supposed to know that.
No.
Attorney-client privilege.
Attorney-client privilege. They can't say anything, no matter what.
Attorney-client privilege.
Yeah.
I think that's wrong. Hold on.
No,
it's
not. That's the only thing you can do is tell your attorney. Their job is still to try and get you out of it.
If you have a moral compass, you might be like, "Don't tell me if you're guilty or not." I don't want to know because I don't want to defend a killer. You know, maybe that, but like, attorney-client privilege is a real thing, and they can't put you on the stand and say, "Did your client tell you that they did this?" Why do you think in all the, like, remember Breaking Bad? When he was like always bringing the money and like, "Here, hold on to this money for me," and all this other stuff, like, "This is from this," and whatever. Like, he told him that because he's not allowed to say anything about it. Why do you think why do you think Trump used that Cohen as his fixer? Right?
Yeah, but so this you're right.
And he got disbarred because of attorney-client privilege.
There is attorney-client privilege, but the problem is that you can't allow the person to lie in court, because then that's perjury. So if you know the person has committed a crime and you know that they've killed somebody, you can't allow that person to then have lies in the court, because then that's perjury.
Well, that's why they go through. That's why they go through discovery and they go through a deposition, because they vet the questions and they find a way to get around that, where they can answer a question that's not going to be a yes or a no, that's definitively saying you did or didn't do X, Y, Z.
Right.
So like they'll say, objection, I'm not answering that question. My client, that's leading, that's whatever, because it'll then basically say, if they answer this question, it implies that they did it.
No, I mean, there's a lot of prep that goes into, well, first of all, is the client even going to take the stand? Right.
Right.
Second of all, because duh, like, I'm going to ask you, did you commit this crime? Right. Like, if the defendant, right, goes on, like, is willing to take the stand, the prosecutor's absolutely going to ask them outright if they did the crime. 100%, right? Like, why would you not ask that question? That's easy, right? So, like, but there's a lot of practice and there's a lot of ways to skirt around, those questions and stuff like that. But that's why 9 times out of 10, they don't take the stand.
Right. So can you be a defense attorney?
Yeah, I guess I could.
Mo?
With a moral compass.
It depends how bad I needed the money.
You make a lot of money as a defense attorney if you're really good.
Yeah, but that's your living. So
depends if I was beholden to someone for the money. Like if I had like a debt problem or gambling problem, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it because like there would be situations. I only know from like adjacent experience with hearing stories about things that I wouldn't be able to do it, because you get some real shitty, nasty people, and they're, like you said, they're entitled to a defense, but it just, if I got to pick and choose and I could, pick and choose who to do it, then sure. But if you're telling me that, there's going to be cases that I have to take that are like, if, for example, if I am my own practice, I get to pick and choose. If you're an attorney in a practice, like in a law firm as like a partnership, you don't necessarily get to pick and choose who you're supporting. Right. The partner says, "Hey, you're working on this case. you're working with this client, we need you for this place, whatever. You're doing that work, or you're just not working there anymore.
Yeah,
so,
but you'd be so if you had your own practice, you would turn somebody down. And I'm assuming you would turn somebody down if you felt like they just did something so heinous that you couldn't defend them.
100%.
Would you be able to then sit in front of that person that you felt did something so heinous and tell them no?
And then,
Yep.
wait, tell them no.
Absolutely.
And then tell them no.
Absolutely. They're in
Here's
prison
a question.
at this point.
Is it
They're in prison
me?
at this point.
Is it me as my current self now, or me in a different timeline as an attorney that's like not my current self?
So your current self, instead of being who you are today in your real life, you are a defense attorney.
But
So-
everything else is the same?
Sure.
Yeah, that'll tell them to their face.
Oh, because you're not financially where you want to be. So that yeah. But all right. Well, let's just say you're financially where you want to be.
I mean, but they're in prison right now. What do you mean? What is the
Yeah, but
worry
these
about
people-
telling them I'm
People
not?
can get out of prison
Okay, yeah.
on bail.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, if someone came up to you,
I would go up to them and be like, your best case is take a plea bargain. And if you're not taking a plea bargain, I'm out. That's it.
and then what happens if he looked at
But
you?
like
what happens if he
the
looked
thing
at
is-
you and said, "You know what I did, right?
If you're a defense attorney,
You know what I did, right?
oh well.
You're next.
Oh, well.
Yeah, you're
And
next.
Lincoln lawyer, bro.
And
Lincoln lawyer.
And I know you have a family, right?
Lincoln lawyer. Matthew McConaughey was great in that movie. Actually, his show was pretty good.
The
too.
show is really good. I really enjoy that show.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get on to entertainment. I know we're gonna do a run through of UFC 320 and just do picks. We're not gonna do deep dive. We're really running behind.
Oh
But-
my God. One
We all
battle
saw it.
after another.
We all saw it.
What a great movie.
It was one battle after another was a movie.
I gave it 9 out of 10. I think it was 9 out of 10. It was funny. It was engaging. It was like kind of like nonstop chasing-y stuff, like lots of action. I thought it was really good. I think it was really well made. It's not a There Will Be Blood, but because it's from the same film
Yeah.
creators, There Will Be Blood. But
For those who don't know what we were talking about, One Battle After Another, the new movie just came out this week, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Tiana Taylor,
Benicio del Toro,
Sean
Sean
Penn, a really, really great group of actors. Each individual had their great role. It's based in an America that's a little bit different than where we are today, with some of the similarities.
I was gonna say it felt pretty.
They're playing. There's detention camps. There's a group of people called the French 75.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who
Really good drink.
who are against pretty much everything that America is standing for in its current state. I'm not talking about this America that we live in today, the America in the movie. And they are starting a revolution. There's been a group of people that have been in part of this revolution for a while, and it looks to be one of the heads is Tiana Taylor, and she has a relationship with Leonardo DiCaprio, and it explodes.
And has a relationship with Sean Penn.
Oh, yeah, it has a
Sort of.
relationship with
Oh, dude, spoilers. Don't give me spoilers.
yeah. So
Sort of.
I mean that happens relatively early in the movie. We're not going to go too much more in depth into that, but it is a group of people setting out to end this revolution, and the people that are causing the revolution. And then you start seeing a lot of the shadow government stuff that we mentioned. We've mentioned a couple times now the Christmas Adventures Club. That's part of the movie. Really, really fun. Like, it's a
The
dark
Christmas
comedy.
Adventure Club.
The
Is
best
it Christmas Adventure or Avengers?
Adventure.
Adventure. The Christmas Adventure
I'm a
Club.
Christmas adventure.
Wild. Hail
Saint
great
Nick.
movie. But like there were certain parts where it was like, was it a comedy?
Action comedy.
It's an action comedy. It's a dark
Action comedy.
Like,
I
I was
serious.
laughing a lot during the movie.
And no one else around me was.
a lot during the movie.
Like, no, other people weren't.
Oh,
And I'm like,
really?
that was funny.
So in our theater, there were a lot of people laughing.
People were cracking up.
I
dude.
was cracking up in parts where
I was
certain people weren't looking at me, but I found to be hilarious.
I thought there was a lot of funny
Sean
shit.
Penn walking, like his walk,
Bro,
the whole-
his walk was so like
his walk the whole time, no matter what, his walk the whole time made me laugh, made me giggle.
he's so good.
So there's parallels. There's parallels that they tried to make between RFK Jr. and Sean Penn. And there's some idea that the filmmaker was trying to make that connection.
Fair. I see it. You know when they say now you see it and you can never be unseen.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna be able to see it. I will be purchasing this movie when it comes out. I enjoyed it that
it's a
much.
good movie.
This is a prime example.
I want to own I need to own all the Leo movies, man. They're all freaking good, man.
This is a prime example. Regal, AMC, whatever movie theater you guys want to talk to me, I'm letting you know. Bring back intermissions. This movie was almost 3 hours. Now listen, I don't have a problem. I can hold my bladder. This guy, bro,
I didn't have to get up. I didn't have to get up.
Okay. So he didn't get up during this. He didn't get up during this movie, and he didn't get up during the.
It was so good, I just couldn't.
What's that movie called with Denzel?
Oh, highest to
Highest
lowest.
to lowest.
Well, it was tight.
So yeah.
Tight there.
So I personally believe he didn't get up during those two movies because he would have to interrupt other people. We were sitting in the middle.
I've interrupted other people before.
Yeah, but I felt like you held it because you didn't want to interrupt other people. And
I just didn't want to hear your shit.
I know for certain you weren't getting up. Like my knees were touching the chair in front of me during highest to lowest. There was no way you were getting up, and that theater was packed. You were not getting up. You sat there the whole time, shaking.
Oh yeah, that was bad. That was.
Oh
really
yeah,
bad.
you were like
That
doing
was
the
really
the
bad.
shake,
Yeah,
the
it
twitch.
Yeah, he has to get up. But listen, like it's a win-win. You do 30 minutes of previews during the beginning of the show, knock it down to 15, and then do a 15-minute intermission, throw commercials on in between. People can run out, go to the bathroom. They can go refill on snacks, get more drinks. That's more profits for the movie theaters. Like, it's a win-win. Like, there should be no reason why there's 30 minutes of previews. And if there are, split it up. Some in the middle. Perfect. Sorry, that's my little rant. But
I like the intermission idea.
I like it too.
Bring back the intermission.
Bring it back.
I missed the first few minutes of this one, I think.
No way.
Oh no.
I know.
Where did you get in? See what happens when you try to anticipate that 30-minute gap and then you get in and it's not 30 minutes?
There's no way I was going to make it in time then otherwise because of where I was coming from. So like,
yeah,
you know, it was just cut too close. But I think the scene I came in on was the detention camp.
Oh, you didn't miss too much before then.
Yeah.
That was pretty much like...
I mean, the first scene was him walking up to the group of people talking about what they were going to do at the detention camp.
Yeah.
So then I didn't miss much.
No, you might have missed
carrying like a bag.
Maybe 5
3
minutes.
Yeah. And like,
maybe.
I don't know. He like him and Teyana Taylor like kissed or whatever, squeezed ass, whatever. And that was it. And then it went straight into the detention camp scene. So.
Okay, so I think I came in right as it was like getting into that scene where she was running around and she was doing all the like whatever there.
And she was like, "Get it
jungle
up,
pussy.
Get it up."
Yeah. Yeah. Before that, I was in there before that, but
it was wild, bro. It was a wild scene. Dude,
that's
what I mean. Like, how can you look at this and like not laugh? Like, that is funny.
Yeah,
it is funny. It is awkward, but it is funny.
Yep.
Yeah, Sean Penn, great actor. Benicio del Toro, amazing. He was so good in this. Like, just his personality. Like, he was so good. Obviously, DiCaprio never fails to deliver.
Dude, when
I don't really know
when when he's smoking the joint and he gets the call.
He's
Bro,
like,
that shit had me in tears, bro. In tears.
Oh my god.
So
I like how they cut that scene because like I don't know. I feel like didn't the preview have like some other shit in it versus what the actual movie had in it?
I don't think so. I think it was
I
just
feel
like
like it was like I don't know. I thought there was more to that scene in the trailer than there was in the actual movie.
maybe
But
we'll get the director's cut and
I'll
it'll
have
be
to
like
watch the
3 hours
trailers.
and 15 minutes or something.
yeah, but
Probably.
it was cool. I enjoyed it.
I'm
was
glad
good.
that we
It was a
saw it
good
in
call.
IMAX too, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
We were going to go see it in standard and he was like, I don't think we need to see this in IMAX. And then I read like it was shot in IMAX 70 millimeter, VistaVision. This is the first time the director actually used this in the film. I thought it was shot like all the scenes in general. Like I thought they did a really good job capturing everything. Going into that apartment complex, the store, and then going upstairs to the tunnels. Yeah, when he fell off the roof though, and then got fucking.
When he fell over when he got tased. Oh
what-
my god. That was
As he's running,
hilarious.
and then all of a sudden
He's like,
that comes out the side. I'm like, what the fuck?
Bro,
It was good. It was good.
Even the way he
It was
walked in the movie
hilarious.
was funny. Like he was in the robe
He's like-
the whole time,
Oh,
and
Like
then,
Pink Panther in it, kind of like the way he's walking around. Like,
yeah. Oh my goodness,
This is hilarious.
They did listen. I've said that shows have taken over movies because it's very hard to build characters within so short of a time span.
Yeah,
right?
Character arcs.
And I think that they really did a really good job here highlighting that. I thought the daughter was badass. I forget her name. So my apologies. Willa Ferguson.
Yep. Willa.
Bob.
And Bob.
Yeah, no,
Love you, Bob.
but no, I'm talking about the actual actress. I thought she did a really, really amazing role. Jungle Pussy was hilarious. That bank scene when she's walking around and she's on top.
Chase Infinity is her first film role.
Yeah, I thought she did.
No.
Yes.
You're talking about his daughter?
Yes. Willa is the name of a character from the 2025 film One Battle After Another, played by Chase Infinity in her first film role.
Oh, you know what? She was in Presumed Innocent. That's what it was.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's where she's from.
Yep.
Like I was looking
She
at
was
her,
the
I was like,
daughter
she
in
looked
Presumed
really familiar.
Presumed Innocent.
Yeah. That for those who haven't watched that
That's
show,
a great. Dear
that
Coming Out
was
was
a
season
great
2.
show. Are they?
Those are the two.
Yup.
Those are the only two things that she's in.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
and this.
Yeah, so this is going to be a good kickstart to her career, I believe. I hope that she starts getting more roles because I think she did a really good job. Overall, really, really good film. I really enjoyed it.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. Christmas Adventure Club was over the top and hilarious. I don't know. I think there's a political message in there.
Yeah.
You know, about the current state of affairs, maybe. And it's whatever. I mean, it was funny either way.
I asked Scotty coming out of the theater if the one negative takeaway that I'll take from this is, do you think something like this can create something people trying to mimic?
Yeah. Well, they were mimicking the Christmas Adventurers Club was mimicking.
Well, yes, I'm not talking about
But
Christmas Adventurers Club.
but you know, like the French 75.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you guys know what French 75 is.
Yeah.
What it refers to. Well, the
It
drink
refers to a weapon.
Yeah, a piece of artillery. There's a 75 millimeter cannon that the French use as the backbone of their army. But so you know, French 75.
Rapid
But
fire
the-
weapon.
What is it?
It's a rapid fire weapon from World War I. And I think that's why the girl in the scene where she's holding that gun and she just that's I think that's like supposed to be the
French 75.
French
Yeah,
75.
but the French 75 is a cannon.
No, it's a gun.
No, it was not.
Yeah.
It was a cannon.
Yeah.
75 millimeter artillery, and it was used in
75 millimeter field gun.
75 millimeters.
Yeah, she's not holding that. You're right. She's not holding
9
that.
millimeter.
He looked at the picture and was like, "Oh."
Yeah, it was rapid fire field cannon. Yeah, it shot very quickly.
I just meant the idea was, her shooting it off like, French 75 rapidly,
It was
whatever.
funny seeing the transition of Muhammad, like him saying yeah, and then like the picture showing up, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, she's not holding that."
Yeah, no. This thing, the shells are like,
the shells are 75 millimeters.
the shells are big. All right. Well, it happens.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I mean, I think it was ultimately great movie.
Yeah,
great movie. I can't recommend it enough. It made $21 million in its opening.
Nice.
I guess it was supposed to.
Funny story.
What's up?
The people next to me walked out after the first 15 minutes.
No way.
I think they saw all like the black, like the black protest, like not the black, but like that family scene.
Yeah.
With like whatever. And I guess maybe they saw some of the detention camp stuff. And I think they were just like, it was a white couple, by the way. And I think at that point, maybe they were just like, because the husband got up and walked away. And then like it was just the lady sitting there for a little bit. And then she looked at her phone and then she got up and left. And then they never came back.
Wow. Trump supporters.
I don't know. It did seem like there was some like political overtones in that. And to your point, Tony, I don't know if that would be something that would get people to try to do something. I mean, there's already enough shit that people are doing without needing a movie to give them incentive or influence to like become something. There's already,
But I agreed. But like this was more
coordinated.
These people were more
and
coordinated and celebrated than, and that's all. That's the takeaway. But it showed how stupid that they were, right? As well, like, and it also showed how stupid the government is as well. So
that's true.
From that perspective, like if you look at it, but I look at things from like a bunch of different angles, right? And we have to look at things like people are going to receive a message, and how can they receive this message?
Yeah.
And they could look at this being a net good, and there's them being celebrated and them uniting and da-da-da-da. They're not looking at the stupidity behind it and all of the harm that it caused. So, but yeah, I'm glad we saw it. I was waiting for it. I think we're going to see Tron. Is it this week coming up?
October 5th.
Yeah, this week.
The Worlds Will Collide.
Screening.
Isn't it
the Worlds Will Collide.
Wait.
October 5th is it October 5th or is it October 6th? It's next week. It's not this coming week.
Oh, it's not this week.
October 1st is Wednesday, I think.
Yeah.
So, Monday, Tuesday.
Release date October 10th.
Yeah, so I have an early screening on October 6th.
Excuse me.
I'm going to see it. Or I think it's
nice.
October 6th.
You didn't send me your seat.
That's Monday.
Yeah. Is that Monday?
October 6th. October 6th is Monday.
Yeah. Oh, man. I might not be able to make that. Might have to give you my ticket.
Okay.
No. I'm not doing that.
No. I'm not giving you my ticket.
But
Send me your seat,
just to
Sergeant.
wrap that up, 22.4 million as of this morning. And it had another 26.1 million internationally for a global tally of 48.5 million.
Damn, what an opening weekend.
Then that's not even including today.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
So it's gonna go over 50. I mean, it's not.
What was the budget?
130 million. So almost half.
So it's on track. It's gonna.
I think it's doing good. It's 70 million to market, but like honestly,
I might go watch it again.
This is one of those movies where I feel like it's not gonna fall off a cliff next weekend.
No,
because there's gonna be so much word of mouth. Like on IMDb, it got an 8.5.
It was
8.5, which is crazy on IMDb.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. So, Metacritic score was like 95. It's a freaking great movie. It's definitely gonna do well. It's definitely gonna make some money. So good work.
Yeah. In TV shows, I started watching Black Rabbit. Very, very interesting. It's with Jude Law and Jason Bateman.
Okay.
Really, really fun.
Jude Law.
So
He's good.
yeah, he is good. Premise of the show is that Jude Law and Jason Bateman are brothers. It starts off the show in Netflix sort of fashion where it starts at the end, where you're, like, not the end, but like it's giving you a premise and then it flashes back and then it starts telling the story. So what you see of it is Jude Law is opening up this restaurant bar per se, and it's supposed to be having great reviews, and something's happening. It looks like there's a heist going to happen, and then flashes back and starts going through things.
Okay.
Jason Bateman.
So they set the scene and then they break it down and they kind of build you up to wherever.
Yep.
Okay.
And Jason Bateman is Jude Law's brother who has a gambling and other addictions. So he's no longer in that vicinity. It shows where he is and then why he gets back to New York. I think it's New York. I believe it's New York. But really, really good. I'm really, really enjoying it. Tulsa King, for those who have been watching Tulsa King.
I heard it's really good.
It is. I'm just gonna let you know, Mo, this is one of those things where everything falls into place.
I won't watch it because it's Stallone.
Wait, why?
I don't like Stallone.
Whoa, hold on. Pause. Wait, why?
Yeah, I don't like him.
Did you watch Rocky?
That doesn't matter. I don't like him now.
It doesn't.
You don't like
matter.
him now?
Like as a person?
Just in general, his movies. Him as a character in movies. Rocky was great. Older stuff was great. Newer stuff, I just don't like him.
I don't know if I saw. I'm trying to think of movies that I would have saw with Stallone that you didn't like.
Incredibles. Untouchables. What the fuck was that movie called?
Expendables.
Expendables.
Somethingables.
So what movie?
You didn't like those Expendables?
What movie did you see
Chuck
of
Norris?
Stallone you didn't like?
I just didn't like. I didn't like his acting, his character, the way he was playing it in those movies. He's like the matter of fact tough guy. I'm the hot shit kind of thing. I don't know.
Then you won't like this show.
Yeah, I figured, but I could tell by the front the.
So the premise of the show is he is.
He's like the mayor or something.
No,
right?
no. He
like a.
He was
like a mob.
He was. He's in the mafia. Something happened. He did a crime for 20. He got arrested for 25 years. Kept his mouth shut. Got out of prison. Went back to the family. They were all congratulating him, welcomed him home, and then they pretty much shipped him off to Oklahoma, and said, "We heard it's really good out there. Start collecting money. Kick back over here. We're da 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 da." And then as he's back, he starts realizing things that happened within the mafia, that he basically gave his life away for nothing. So he was like, F it, I'm just going to be on my own out here. And then encounters a bunch of different kind of problems. The first season, he encounters a biker gang. The second season, it's like triads. And now there's an ongoing issue with the New York Mafia and him getting involved, whatever. But it's a fun show. I enjoy it. It's not like something that's going to be riveting. If you like Sons of Anarchy, those kind of shows, it's going to be just like that. It's written by the same guy that does Landman. So if you like Landman, I would say definitely try Landman. I think you'll definitely like Landman. If you,
I got enough other shows. I wouldn't. I won't be watching Tulsa King.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I'm watching.
I need to catch up.
Animal Kingdom.
Oh, that's an old one.
Oh, that's an old one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was I watched the first.
That's a good one. A heist show.
Yeah, I watched the first 2 seasons of that. I don't know why I stopped watching it. I really enjoyed it, but I don't know why.
I
gotta
got
go back.
burnout. Dude, when I go back into watching shows, I get such bad burnout because I'll just like watch 4 seasons in a row and then I'll be like, all right, I'm kind of tired of this. And then I never go back. Not like, it's like just like overload, I've watched so much of this and I'm like, oh, all right, I'm kind of getting bored. It's a good show. I want to come back to it, but then I never do.
Yeah.
And it's like, shit.
My issue
Yeah.
today is I've been starting too many shows and not.
Yeah.
So
yeah, bro. What are you on? Like 7 shows right now currently?
I'm going to
Jesus.
I'm going to write a list of all the shows that we've talked about to make sure I finish because I still
You
have to finish
prioritize.
Alien. I have to finish Alien Earth.
Slow Horses started this week.
Now he wants me to not another one. He wants me to start another.
Not
one.
another one. No, you've seen this. You've watched
Yes,
this
but
show.
this is a new season.
Yeah, we
So
gotta watch it
Alien-
up to date, bro. Up to date.
Alien Earth. It's called Alien Earth.
Well, there's an Alien Earth show. We talked about it.
Yeah,
Here.
we talked about it.
I'm gonna watch that one.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you.
It's on FX, I think.
I think we should create another channel in our Discord and have TV shows
With-
and
yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
So that way we can keep in track what we're talking about
Yeah.
and what we're doing.
Yeah.
But
UFC picks.
yeah, UFC picks.
There's a lot of Eastern Europeans fighting in this one.
UFC 320.
/ Western Asians.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of the 5 main cards.
Yeah.
Well, I just,
Magomedov, Proshka, or Proshkaka. I don't know.
Prohashka,
Proshka.
um,
Dvalishvili
Dvalishvili.
and Ankalev.
yeah, I kind of want to start. I don't know if you guys want.
I'm betting on all of them. except for Posha. I think Roundtree might. I
Wait.
like Yuri a lot.
Wait,
but-
you're not going with Joe Pfeiffer, our boy?
Nah, bro, he's gonna get wrecked.
Oh,
Sorry, Philly.
All right, so you got. I'm gonna go Joe, bro. I gotta go Joe, but you can go Abbas.
I don't know, man. When you see the Madovs and the Mago
And the Villies.
like the Abu Sufyan, I mean,
Yeah, but
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, Pfeiffer. It's possible. We gotta see. I gotta look at Abu Sufyan's last matches.
I mean, he fought.
he fought Michael Pereira.
Yeah,
He beat Michael Pereira,
Decision.
Yeah, but it's not.
but that's also
It's not the Pereira.
And then he bet Bruno Ferreira, Worley Alves.
Yeah, so in his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fights, we'll just go. He
lost to Strickland.
Yeah, he lost to Strickland.
Yeah,
He
so I
lost to
think
Kyle
Joe
Barallo.
has if Joe can keep it standing, I don't know his style. If Joe can keep it standing and do what he wants to do and not keep it off the ground, I think he should be fine.
Bro, he's from Dagestan.
Send it to Dagestan 2 or 3 years and forget.
Forget, come back a few months, problem solved.
All right, and we got Josh. Matter of fact, let me pull it this way. Sorry. Let me go back to. Let's go where Vegas has their monies, so that way we can get lines.
Josh
real quick.
Emmett and Yusuf Zalal.
Why is UFC not on here? Stupid sportsbook.
Yusuf Zalal's coming off a big win streak.
All right, so
Plus, look at the age difference.
you can look at those things.
40-year-old against a 29-year-old.
So
Who's the four? Oh yeah.
Josh Emmett.
Joe Pfeiffer is a favored, minus 230 to plus 190.
Really?
So call it what
They
you
got
wanna
6
call
years
it.
difference between them.
Which one?
Joe Pfeiffer 6 years younger than Abu Sufyan.
Okay. And what's your take on
Abu
this? Are you
Sufyan.
going with the Abus?
Magomedov?
Yeah, why not? We'll make it interesting. I'll go with
I'm going
Magomedov.
All right, so I'm going Joe. I'm the only one Joe here. Josh Emmett versus Yusuf.
Yusuf.
Yusuf is a favorite minus 440
Yeah, I'm
to
going
plus
Yusuf.
340.
I mean, dude, it's 11-year age difference.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's 11 years age difference.
Who's older?
Josh Emmett's 40.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. No.
Yusuf is 29.
Okay. Fair enough. Enough said. I know where I'm going. And then we got Yuri versus Khalil.
I'm going Prohashka.
So am I.
I'm going Roundtree.
Yuri's. Oh, you're going against the Pollock, bro?
Yeah,
Magda would
bro.
be so upset with you.
I mean, Roundtree, the last time he lost was against Pereira, which...
Yeah, Roundtree in the last 5-6 fights, he's 5-1.
He has done some crazy shit.
Only lost to Pereira.
And I think he beat the guy that Pereira beat two fights ago that fought him for the belt. So, I mean, Jamal Hill. So, I don't know.
But Yuri is also, I'm not a big fan of this new layout for the internet for Safari on this new thing.
The new layout for the internet.
Good,
Yuri lost to Pereira too.
Yep.
And he lost to Pereira twice.
Yep.
But outside of that, he's been winning. This is going to be a really good fight.
It's going to be a good fight.
On paper, it's a really, really close fight.
In Vegas? What does it say?
Minus 175 for Yuri, plus 145 for Roundtree.
All right, well.
So they're not even giving a lot of money to Khalil Roundtree because the way I read this is Yuri's the favorite, but
Could go either
not by a lot.
It's a toss-up.
Yeah.
Marab versus Corey Sandhagen. Marab is going to eat this man alive.
I mean, listen, I don't know. I mean, you can't. Sandhagen's good though. Like, I know it's Marab though. That's the problem. There's fucking Davaliashvili.
No. First off, Marab might be the best fighter in this weight class ever. I'm just throwing, and he's getting better. It's not like we're seeing someone that is hit their peak and like he's just riding that wave until they start falling down. Every single fight that I've seen with Marab, he's continuously getting better. Like, look what he demolished O'Malley, like made O'Malley
bad, like bad.
Yeah,
like we haven't seen O'Malley since. No, let me stop.
And then, he beat O'Malley twice, right? So like this is 2 times he beat O'Malley, and like whatever his name is, I can't pronounce that. Cejudo,
Davaliashvili.
And he beat what is it?
Wait, who?
Davaliashvili.
Davaliashvili.
Yeah. We'll go to you.
He's Georgian, I'm assuming.
And then he beat Aldo. Like, he is running through this and is making it look easy. It's light work. Like, it's no issue. So Corey is going to have a long night. And Vegas doesn't even have it that big of a deal. It's minus 375 to plus 295. So they're showing Corey some love, but I don't. Listen, bettors, if you're betting out there, minus 375 is a gift.
That's not betting advice.
This is not betting advice.
Gambler for gambling.
1-800-GAMBLER, bro.
If you have a problem gambling, yeah.
And then we have the main event, which is Magomed versus.
Well, we didn't get everyone's picks on that. For who's going Marab, who's going Corey?
Oh, I'm going Marab.
Marab.
I'm gonna go with Corey.
Oh, dude, you don't have to be.
You don't have to go the opposite way, man.
Deep down in your core, you know what's gonna happen.
All right, Uncle.
Listen,
Ankalev.
Okay.
What's Vegas?
I know, right? But I've seen. I mean, Corey. I've seen some of his shit. Is he's. I don't know. It's possible, man. It's possible.
Everyone always has a fighter's chance, and I'm not going to discredit. I don't want this to sound like I'm thinking Corey Sandhagen is bad, because I think Corey's a solid fighter. But when we look at, like, Corey came off of beating Font. Well, he's got
like a 4
He
fight.
beat Yadong. Then he beat Vera. Then he beat Font. Then he lost to Nurmagomedov. Then he beat Figueiredo. So, like,
Some big names.
I know it's some big names, and he knocked out Figueiredo. Right?
This is
Like,
the top. This is the top of the weight class.
The-
I mean,
yeah.
Of course, he's beaten big names, but it doesn't matter.
Alex Pereira versus Magomed.
How you going?
I'm going with the underdog here. I'm taking Alex Pereira. Book it, Dano.
I'm pretty sure you lost money
Book
on the
it.
fight last time.
I lost fight on the fight last night. First and foremost.
Not last night. I'm talking about the last time they fought.
Did I? Oh no.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
You
Because
put
I've only
money
been,
on Pereira.
No, because I've only been betting over the last 3 weeks. I haven't bet in a very long time.
What's a very long time?
I will give you full access to my
the last time I
DraftKings.
fought. The last time I fought was in March.
Yeah, way before then.
You weren't betting?
No. This
Yeah,
is
you're
why
right.
I told you, like, when I looked at my account a couple weeks ago, and I saw $75. Well, first and foremost,
I bet money on Pereira and I lost.
That's why I don't bet anymore.
I'm going Ankalev. I'm going Ankalev because
Yeah.
I mean it was. I hope Pereira is more well prepared because this fight sucked. This fight sucked last time. I was like, what the hell is happening? It was so boring. I was like, Pereira, what the f- are you doing? Yo, we might have to go watch this at the theater.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, if they're airing it, I'm fine with
They
that.
air it all. They aired all of them.
No, there was 3 fights that when we were looking at it, they weren't airing. So I'm
Really?
fine with going to see UFC 320 in the theater. I'm fine with that.
I'm
I'm also fine with. I
think that's the last one we went to go see in the theater.
I think PJ's also has it.
Yeah,
So,
well,
like,
I'm not. I don't want to sit in those seats. I want to sit in like a nice recliner seat,
okay.
get my feet up. You know what I mean?
I hear you. I just like going somewhere where, like, if
I would
really-
rather be, honestly, would rather be in my family room than at PJ's.
I like being around a bunch of people watching the fight, though. I do. When
There's
we
a
were
lot
in
of people at
the
the theater.
Went with the theater. Also, Miller's. They actually have like actual seats. They don't have bar stools, so you can sit down.
Yeah, no,
in
I'm
actual
not.
seats.
Yeah, I don't want to like
These-
sit at a table where my head like this.
But
I will
like,
be.
I don't be like my feet up. You know, like
That's this weekend, right?
Yeah, that's Saturday.
Yeah.
I will be
You're
in
coming down?
Salem.
Oh,
I'm gonna be in Salem.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. We have to talk about recording for Sunday.
Yeah.
What we're gonna do?
Yeah,
but anyway, who's your
good
pick?
episode.
Who's your pick?
Ankalaev.
Ankalev.
All
All right, we got our
Book
picks.
it. We got our picks.
Got our picks. Call
Great.
the bookie.
Great episode, guys.
1-800-GAMBLER.
Yeah, good stuff.
Thank you
Go see
all.
one battle after another.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
go
Yes.
see. Yes, go see
Please
one battle.
go
after
see one battle after another and see it twice because it's great.
another. We are not getting promoted, guys. By the way.
We'll
Yeah.
talk to you. We'll talk to you next week.
Talk to you next week. Thanks.
All right,
Cheers.
take it easy.